Come on. Right. Just wanted to make this video and it literally does prove that what the Bible said. So I don't care if people are not interested in the Bible. This proves what I've noticed it with a lot of topics that I talk about. It disproves that people have got a massive idolatry problem. It disproves it. It really does prove that people have got an idolatry problem in this world. So, if you're not interested in scripture or the Bible, then don't watch this video. But this is what you'll have in this world today. They'll basically justify evil and condemn the righteous. So, as it says in Isaiah, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. It's exactly what you see today. Justifying wickedness, justifying evil games. I can go off a number of things that these people justify. How many people justified and defended the game The Cult of Lamb? They defended that. How many times do people defend celebrities after they've done certain things that they've done, like Sam Smith, all the stuff that he's done, and yet people still defend him? Funny, isn't it? This proves the Bible's right anyway. We already knew it was anyway. But you just look at the world now, these fanboys, it's just pathetic. So, you've got a massive idolatry problem, and idolatry is breaking one of the 10 commandments. So, if you claim to be Christian out there, no one's perfect, but if you claim to be a Christian and you're openly idolizing and defending wicked games, then you're not a proper Christian. It's as simple as that. You really ain't. Video games that I played that I like, I admit they're evil. I've got rid of a lot of them that were satanic. A lot of them. So I admit when something's evil. I don't defend it. I don't start being a fanboy and making excuses up. And it's the main thing with Nintendo as well. You have Nintendo fanboys out there. Oh, Nintendo can do no wrong. The amount of scummy stuff that they've done, claiming people's videos non-stop, stealing monetization from people. They've got a lot of woke games, and yet people defend that company. Same with Rockstar Games, same with Activision. The list goes on, and yet these people claim to be against these companies and yet then go out and buy the next game that they release. Funny that, isn't it? That boycott. And it just shows these people are not about what they say they're about. If you were completely against a company, you would stop buying their games and you wouldn't be giving them money. So you know what people like with me. If a company is scummy and they do a scummy thing, I just buy a game from a third party. Literally, no money goes towards that company. They don't get nothing from me. But again, they justify wickedness, yet they condemn people that expose wickedness. I've brought it up on BitChute. People attack me and say, "Oh, everything that you say is hate speech. Everything that you say is hate speech. Oh, you're just a bigot. You're just this. You're just that." And yet, what are these people doing that claim that they can say stuff towards me. They're defending games like Mortal Kombat 1. And I'm going to say that if you defend that game, because I noticed when I made a video about basically Diablo, everybody agreed. But somehow, when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, nobody agrees. Suddenly, I'm in the wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. That shows me that you are not against the Illuminati at all, and you just like when a game that you don't like is exposed. I expose every single game. That's what I said. That's why people don't like me on here. I don't care if you like something. I'm gonna expose it. That's what we're supposed to do. If you pick and choose, like, oh, well, I don't want to expose this because I like this person, or I don't want to make a video about this because I like this video game, then guess what? You're justifying evil. You are justifying wickedness. If you don't, like, again, if you don't expose somebody that's doing wrong and yet do it to somebody else like a celebrity, then that's called being a hypocrite. That's called what this is. You are justifying evil and justifying evil acts, yet condemning people that expose evil. Funny, isn't it? I mean, it just proves my argument. The whole purpose is to expose evil, not justify it and defend it. But that's the world that we live in now, isn't it? That people defend the evil, they justify wickedness, condemn me. Oh, everything that I say is hate speech. And it's not only me they do it to, they do it to so many people. You watch, oh, you expose a video game that they like, you're in the wrong. Yeah, of course. No, I'm not in the wrong. It's just you got an idolatry problem, which again is breaking one of the Ten Commandments. That's just a fact. And yet these people claim to be followers of God. You're deceiving yourself. You put anything before God, then that's idolatry. Anything. Again, I don't idolize video games, don't idolize anything. I just use them for what I've said multiple times. Do I care about these games? No. Most of the games that I play, some of them I just played once and never touched them again. It's only the ones that are not woke or full of agendas that I play multiple times. So yeah, people should examine their idolatry problem because it's you can see it straight away. And again, another Bible verse: "Woe to those that condemn the righteous." So again, it doesn't matter what version you use. He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the righteous are both alike an abomination to the Lord, acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent. The Lord detests them both. That means God hates you. That's what detest means, hate. Despises. Detest means despise. So every single time that you justify satanic video games like Mortal Kombat, the list goes on, you're just a hypocrite. And that's a fact. This is not targeted towards certain people. It's targeted towards fanboys and people that justify wickedness. That's who it's targeted towards. Even in Proverbs, acquitting the guilty and condemning he who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the righteous, both of them. Basically, the King James says, on abomination. So, what is an abomination to something? Abomination to God, something that God hates. So, yes, God does hate people. That is a fact. Something these churches won't teach. So, yeah, you condemn the righteous. What is righteous? Someone that exposes something, somebody that is trying to live their life for Christ. You condemn them for exposing a video game because you've got an idolatry problem. Yeah, you justify it because you're a fanboy. You can't let go of your idolatry problem. Same with years ago, I exposed a band that claimed to be Christian. And it was found out years later that they weren't. They were just using Christianity to further and make money. And everyone called me an idiot. Everyone called me a moron. Oh, you're on drugs. Lay off the drugs. And I and others were right. They admitted they were just using Christianity to make money. Just like a lot of these celebrities do. They claim to be Christian. They use Christianity to further their career. They don't care about God. They don't care about Christ. They never talk about Christ. And yet they claim to be Christian. How can you be a follower of Christ and never talk about him? You're just a deceiver. But yeah, the Lord is against it. So if you condemn people that expose evil and call you out for being a hypocrite, and just it was the same thing with the Elden Ring video. Oh, you're just an idiot. I'm offended by this. Well, again, you're a hypocrite. That game promotes witchcraft. Promotes there's basically a class in that game where you can play as a wizard. That's witchcraft. You can play as a sorcerer. So again, funny, isn't it? It's laughable. It really is. And that's the main reason why I don't bother on here. Because again, YouTube is now full of people that literally they act like the Christian. They really do. They act like, oh, I care about the truth. That's why BitChute is better. People actually care about the truth on that. Unlike here. It's just the fact. But again, people can keep defending wickedness as much as they want. We can sit here all day. Because I really don't care what people think. Because it clearly says it here. To start a quarrel is to release a flow. So, acquitting the guilty and condemning the righteous both are detestable to the Lord. Why should the fool have money in his hand with no intention of buying wisdom? And as it says in here, stay far away from a false accusation. Do not kill the innocent or the just, for I will not acquit the guilty. So again, they band together against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death. It's exactly what you atheists do, and that's exactly what you Satanists do, and that's exactly what you lukewarm do. Because you can't let go and admit that you've got a problem and an idolatry problem, because I am not wrong, that's just a fact. I gave the evidence. I did not pull that video out of my rear end. I showed you the evidence. And if the people that still want to defend that game, you're a hypocrite. Nothing more. You're a hypocrite. And that's a fact. There's no other way around it. You're a hypocrite. And if you don't like me saying that, then too bad. And as it says in the King James, he that justifieth the wicked, that means the racks, Basically, you see it today, justifying these people that run an OnlyFans, which is wicked. God is against it. Justifying feminism. The list goes on. Justifying crimes that people commit, stealing, dealing drugs. They justify it. Oh, this person's just trying to make some money for the family. Don't matter. You are justifying wickedness. You think that God is going to see it any different? You are selling drugs to people, ruining people's lives. Don't matter if you try and make money. You're selling drugs to people, ruining people's lives. So you can use this instance in everything in life. People justify it. And then they think you have these atheists and that think they can call out Christians, think that they can call out anybody, yet they want to look at themselves. What are you doing on a daily basis? Constantly bashing the Bible, trying to disprove it. You're a hypocrite. If you spend your entire life trying to bash the Bible, calling the Bible evil, list goes on, and then you think that you have the right to call a Christian out or any follower of God out, you have no right to. As it says, take the beam out of your own eye. You're doing the same thing. I don't have an idolatry problem. I don't idolize anyone. I don't have respect for anyone. But if you can't even move past that first commandment, then I'd say evaluate your relationship with God. I really would. Because if you can't even get past the first commandment, then how are you going to have a full relationship with God if you're still idolizing people? Joe, you see it with people idolizing YouTubers as well. Defending them, they commit a crime or whatever. People still defend them, still give them money. Joke. And in multiple translations, it says the same thing. Basically justifying what the wicked do. And just this goes with the law system as well. The more pressing people, you see it, the wicked acts that the police do. They do it to multiple people. They do it towards black people. People are like, oh, well, it happens to other races as well. Again, justifying it. The racist cops that are out there, justifying the wickedness that these corrupt people do, justifying what the government do to people. Joke. Again, evils is justified, and you wonder why the world is the way it is, and everybody blames everything on God. Oh, what if God exists? Why is there so much evil in this world? One, God did not make the world evil. You did. Man made the world evil from the first day in creation. Adam, it was Adam's fault. He decided to rebel against God, sin against God, didn't listen. So it's man's fault, not God's. Our own fault. Humans' fault. Humans decided to rebel against God since the beginning of Genesis. And yet humans just don't want to take responsibility for their own damn actions. Let's just blame God. Let's put all the blame on God. Don't ever take responsibility for your own actions. Joke, man. Absolute joke. And as you can see in Proverbs again, Proverbs 18:5, showing partiality to the wicked is not God, nor is depriving the innocent of justice. We see this again today. The law system, the amount of crimes that are committed. Someone kills a child, they get 3 years in prison, or they just get 6 months. That's not justice. That isn't justice. So we can use it in everything. We can use it in the law system. We can use it in modern day society. They justify it. Selling drugs, doing porn, list goes on. People justify it. Or they just try and make money to make a living. Don't matter, it's still a wicked act. Lord's still against that. And even in Isaiah 50 to 20, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who turn darkness to light and light to darkness. The Illuminati, Satan. What did the Freemasons and that do? They say that Satan is the good guy, that God is oppressing people, God's a psychopath, God's a serial killer, all the blasphemous things they say. And everyone's probably said it in their life. But I was at that point one time in my life as well. Blamed everything on God. It's not God's fault. Blaming everything on God in life is not the answer. It really isn't. It's not God's fault that man has corrupted this earth. It's man's fault. Put the blame on man. Simple as that. Man's given free will, and look what they've done with the earth. As it says, woe to those that destroy the earth. Man's destroyed the earth, not God. So atheists not need to wake up to reality and take responsibility for your own actions. It's not God that did this. It's you that did it. But again, these narcissistic little hypocrites won't take responsibility for their own actions. And then again, whoever tells the guilty you are innocent peoples will curse him, and nations will denounce him. Again, of course, stupid noise outside, nothing I can do about it, but this is exactly what they do. Even when someone's basically found innocent, what did he do? Oh, that person isn't innocent. Joke. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons. Again, in judgment, that's exactly what the court does. Oh, this person's rich. Here you go, pay a fine, get away with it. There's no justice in this world. There is no justice. Somebody can kidnap a kid. They can murder a kid. 6 months in prison. They'll be lucky if they even get that. And there's no such thing as justice. It doesn't exist. Especially the justice of this world. The only justice that exists, if God was on this earth now, everything would be right. That's just the fact. Soon as this world turned away from the biblical laws, it's when it went wrong. These people that are in power, that are in the courtrooms, are supposed to obey what is written in the Bible, but they don't. Bible says life for a life. They got rid of that, didn't they? They got rid of the things like the death penalty. They got rid of it. That was biblical. It was biblical. But in society today, someone that's a serial killer can live the rest of their life in prison happily. People like Peter Scully happily lives a great life in prison. Shouldn't even be alive. It's a joke, man. There is no justice. If there was a thing called justice in this world, it doesn't exist. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. So again, it's exactly what they do. Condemning Christians, condemning the Bible, condemning people that expose evil, calling Christians evil, the list goes on, just because we call you out for your hypocritical lifestyle and that you're a hypocrite. That's why you hate God, isn't it? Be realistic, scumbag atheist. That's why you hate God and you hate Christians, because they call you out just like Jesus did for the hypocrite that you really are. That's why I always say, if you're an atheist, you have no right to, one, even quote anything from the Bible. You have no right. You don't even believe in it. You don't even understand the scripture. So you have no right to. And again, these are the 6 things that God hates. Hate. Yes, 7 things. So again, God hates things. God hates also people that love violence. And so yeah, things like the UFC, God hates it. It's an abomination. People that like basically like cause riots and that, God hates it. It's not my words, this is God. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. So yeah, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but just wait is his delight. So that's exactly what the courtroom is. We see more evil than good. Half of the people high up in power are pedophiles. That's just a fact. And we all know what they do. So yeah, continue to condemn people just because they expose your idolatry and evil, because all you're proving is that you're a hypocrite. Because if you're, as I said, if you're going to defend games like Mortal Kombat, Elden Ring, and the list goes on, and yet call out any other game that does it, then guess what? You're a hypocrite. I expose every game. And if it offends you, that I'm exposing a game that you like, then let me tell you something. You've got an idolatry problem. Seriously, you got an idolatry problem. If a game that I like that was exposed, I wouldn't get angry. That's all you know, it's an idolatry problem and fanboyism. Oh, how dare you have a different opinion from me? It's kind of a form of monarch mind control, to be honest. That you're defending a game that you didn't even make. It makes no sense. So yeah, we could sit here all day giving you scripture because it's the fact. The Bible is the truth. The Bible is true. God exists, whether you want to believe in that or not. And I will continue exposing these video games and evil, whether you like it or not. So continue to cry and get mad because I don't care. I really don't. It's a joke. It really is. And I don't know who that is. And if you play Elden Ring, that's your choice. But it's the people that fanboy that want to say, "Oh, this game isn't satanic." This is the people that I'm talking about. If you defend it and say, "Oh, it's not satanic," when it clearly is, then you're just a fanboy. That is the definition of a fanboy. You'll defend a company, defend a video game, no matter what. And we see it with celebrities. They'll defend celebrities even after they do. Some celebrities have done disgusting stuff, and yet they still support them and defend them. So yeah, just wanted to make this video because it's the reality that we live in now, and you're gonna see it more and more. Evil being basically defended. So yeah, And you just joined when I was about to end. So, but anyway, what's up? I'm going to be ending it now. Just wanted to create a short video to show you that this is exactly what's going on now. You're going to have a time when, and even with Activision, that got defended, where they were supporting pedophiles, basically groomers. Evil's being defended. You're going to have a time when all good is going to be condemned. It's not stop blaming God. Blame man. Man's corrupted this earth. And now I haven't heard anything. As far as I'm concerned, he can rot in jail. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. The next video will be on BitChute, like I said. It's a video that somebody asked me to do about probably a day ago. It'll be on BitChute. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Later.